It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge.
Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is a third-person JRPG developed by FromSoft and published by Bandai Namco. It shows the apocalypse in a fierce and punishing game. It keeps knocking you back down again and again. I rage quit quite a few times, but it made me come back again and again because of the amazing feeling of defeating the bosses and completing the area finally. I struggle a lot trying to avoid being killed and reset over and over from the beginning. It feels like it's the grandest Dark Souls game yet. Contains a lot of exploration and rewards you with new gear, bosses, and secret areas. It also has many visually amusing areas where you can explore from hours to end. Amazing weapon arts with large variety of weapons from swords to heavy swords, cleavers, crossbows, bows, and hammers. Some bosses have many stages which might be harder to defeat, with each having different patterns, and you have to change your playstyle accordingly. The game also allows magic with staffs and pyromancy, and you can create a character however you want. You aren't restricted by the classes. The game truly feels difficult and it makes you work for the sweet, sweet taste of victory. There's a safe area called Firelink Shrine where you can spend your souls, which you get by defeating regular enemies and bosses, to level up and buy different items. The shrine keeper levels you up. Andre, the blacksmith, reinforces and makes your weapon stronger by using titanite, and infuses by changing certain properties of your weapons. The handmaiden buys and sells items from you. You can buy more items from her by giving her ashes. All the people you talk to throughout the game return to the Firelink Shrine where you can buy items, learn magic, or progress through the quest lines. You have to systematically learn every single one of the boss's attacks and combos to have a nice chance to beat them. The story is about stopping the world from falling into darkness by restoring the Lords of Cinder who have turned evil. The learning curve is gradual with you getting better every single death. It has a few disappointing boss fights which are not quite up to the mark, and it has a dark and depressing feel. It's also extremely convoluted and has extremely convoluted quest lines. There are also long load times to level up as you have to travel to Firelink Shrine just to level up instead of leveling up from the bonfire. There are also too many bonfires to save in the game. One in the first minute of the game and the second one in just 3 minutes of starting the game. The PvP is good, but better players can invade your game and ruin your day. The camera can also completely mess you up by getting hooked onto an object, and you can die losing all your souls. The game has had some problems with hackers and cheaters in the past, and Bandai Namco neglected this completely. But now they have been permanently banned, and hackers and it is sad that we can predict that Dark Souls 3 might be the last addition to the Dark Souls series, but then it's a worthy send-off with a pure combat system and visually amusing areas, and the exploration and the fierce face-offs with the hosts and deadly enemies can make it a game which you can put many hours into. It might not be as risky as and hard as the older Dark Souls games, but it is pretty amazing what the Dark Souls series has led up to. I would completely recommend this game, and you putting hours into this game, even though you might rage quit many times and come back to it over and over again, it's still a pretty amazing game which changes the way you look at RPGs.